Hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is Community Connections, community talk for community people. It's the fastest and most friendly weekly 1 hour talk show in the Great Lakes Bay region. And I absolutely mean that. It is the truth. I'm so glad that you tuned in this afternoon for another sharing of community talk and information. Today's Community Connection show is brought to you by the Saginaw branch of the NAACP and its Youth Council. We urge you to get connected, be informed, and stay involved. I am Joyce Harvin, the host and creator of this show. Been on the air, can you believe, for 16 years. I'll be celebrating another year in January. Around January 8th. Okay. It's been a long time, but I love this. I love doing this because it gives power to the people. If I could sing, I tell you. Listen, I have some fantastic guests here with me this afternoon, but let me do this first. Matt, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Are you all ready to celebrate for this evening?
Yes, I am. I'm actually going down to Detroit to visit my grandparents. What about you?
Well, I'm going back home and take off all this wool and cotton, that's keeping me warm. I'm going to finish my dinner for tomorrow. Okay. Take care of my husband. And I'm gonna watch Yellowstone. I love Yellowstone. Man, I've been watching that all weekend. Anyway, it's good. But Matt, I want to wish you safe travels because it's cold outside. It's getting icy. And I want to make sure that you're watching for safety.
Thank you. Right. Yeah, I hope everybody I hope they remember that the Drive Sober Get Pulled Over campaign is still going on too. So there's going to be extra patrols on the road tonight. So you better drive sober.
Oh yeah. You don't drink, do you, Matt?
No, I do not.
Okay. All right. Let me tell you about my guests for today. And we are going to be taking calls from our listening audience. If you'd like to call in and wish our listening audience a happy new year, you can do that. The number to call here into the studio at 107 is 989-921-7107. So you can write that down, pass it on. It's 989-921-7107. And my very special guest this afternoon, I have the owners of Rita's Southern Soul Cafe right here. I have Rita Johnson. How you doing, Rita?
Hey, I'm great, Joyce.
Are you all ready for this evening? I know you guys have something going on down at the cafe.
Yes, we are.
At the restaurant. It's a venue, a restaurant, a cafe, everything, okay? And her partner, Don Harris. How are you, sir?
Wonderful, Joyce. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes. I think about you guys all the time because you have such a beautiful establishment down there, right in the heart of the city. And Rita keeps it hopping and popping all the time. I really, really like that. I wish that I could have attended the Harlem Nights. And I'm not going to be able to come to the event tonight, the midnight. I was going to say service. No, I guess I'm supposed to be at church.
Yeah.
The 24. Silence those radios, those phones. Okay, if you would please put them on mute. Okay. I know you guys are having a big celebration tonight to bring in 2024.
Yes, we are, Joyce.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
So I want to talk about that a little bit. I also want to talk about what you guys have established and come back from, and what you're doing now. I want you to talk to people about that because this is, as far as I'm concerned, in the downtown area, this is the number one venue for me.
Thank you so much.
Now, see, I like the other places. There's the temple. There's occasionally they do things downtown, but this is Rita's Southern Soul Cafe. And if you haven't been there, the listening audience, any new people or people who are listening from out of town, if you haven't been there, you need to go there. Rita, give us the address.
110 North Washington Avenue,
Mm-hmm.
Saginaw,
Michigan, right?
607.
Absolutely. I want to start like this. Tell us about your your dream when you first bought the property and wanted to open the Southern Soul Cafe? How did that come about, Rita?
Well, I like music. I love music.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to have a venue full of music, full of life, and some good old down home soul food cooking going on there.
Okay. Now, speaking of soul food cooking, I'm hungry. I got some food already getting ready. Okay. I turned it off before I left. But your menu for tonight, what are you going to have?
Well, we got smothered fried chicken. We got baked chicken, meatballs, barbecue, teriyaki. We have greens. We have yams. We have sweet tea, cornbread, sweet potato pie, coconut cake. I'm
Black
leaving
eyed
some out.
peas.
Black eyed peas.
Black eyed
Right.
peas. Yeah, you
Black
have to have
eyed
those. That's
peas.
right. Absolutely. But let's go back to the beginning. Why did you guys want to open a restaurant downtown? What was your vision?
The vision was just to have a nice sit down soul food restaurant because we have a lot of restaurants here in Saginaw.
Sure.
And at that time, we didn't have many soul food restaurants.
Right.
Now we have some great soul food restaurants.
Okay.
I go to them, eat all the time.
Okay.
But we wanted to be, part of that.
Uh-huh.
So that was the idea of opening up the restaurant. And then we wanted to also have live entertainment. We've had acts such as Bobby Rush, Willie Clayton, Miss Jody. It's more on the blues side.
Yes.
And we've had some comedy shows, and we have some really great things coming up, to add on to what we have been doing.
It's a venue for the grown and sexy.
There you go.
All right. That's what it is.
The caveat on that.
Okay.
This all started, the vision
Uh-huh.
was we were both in the military,
Mhm.
stationed in the South.
Oh, okay.
And we
We're
started,
out in the South.
well, I was at Fort Hood, Texas.
Okay.
She was at Fort Polk.
Okay.
And then we started to tour across the South
Mm-hmm.
and look at blues clubs.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And they called it Southern Soul music.
Right. I remember
And
that.
so we said, okay, we're going to go back and we're going to do something up north to give it this Southern blues feel.
Mm-hmm.
And so that kind of was the vision as we started it. And it just blossomed from there. We happened to stop by the old French Quarters
Mm-hmm. Right.
and saw a show or something, but I said, I love this place. And then
Nice place.
next thing I knew, Rita called me and said, hey, guess what? It's available.
For sale.
It's for sale.
Yeah, that is a nice building. The upstairs, the downstairs, and beyond. Beyond. Are you still working on that, Rita?
We are.
Okay.
We had a little bump in the road
Yes.
because by now we would have had more activity on that second and third floor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But we had that little bump in the road. So
Right.
hopefully we can get back on track.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, it's a great venue. Tonight is going to be a great night. Now, who planned out for this night, for this event?
We both did.
Put it together.
Yes.
As partners, do you always go together and decide what you're going to accept or what you're going to put on if you put on?
In most cases.
Okay.
Dr. Harris here lives in Chicago.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I live here in Saginaw. So he gives me ideas of what's going on in Chicago. And then I try to come up with what's going on in the Michigan area. So we kind of collaborate and put that together and come up with ideas.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Tell me about the entertainment for tonight.
Tonight we have Gwen Penniman out of Flint, Michigan. She's a great singer.
Okay.
Very good.
Is she's the main headliner, or
She is.
will there be others? You have any comedians opening up
No, we got that coming up in May.
in May? Okay.
And what we discovered from previous times
Mhm.
is that people say, we want to do more dancing. Let's spend more time with the DJ. So we cut out some of the live entertainment. We've got DJ Prince DJing tonight.
Okay.
And so it's going to be a phenomenal night.
Very good. Now, if you just tuned in to Community Connections, Community Talk for Community People, I'm Joyce Harvin, and my guests this afternoon are the owners and partners of Rita's Southern Soul Cafe, Rita Johnson and Don Harris. They are here talking about not only what's going on tonight, okay? And what time does the show start?
8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Well,
Okay.
the event starts at 8 p.m., but you have a dinner that goes first, and then the show will start.
Okay. And if I hadn't cooked, I'd come down there and get me a plate and go on home.
Well, we always got a seat for you. You've been such a strong
plate.
support for us over the years.
Yes,
Anytime
yes.
you want, you just come in.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Y'all got chitlins?
Oh no, the cost too much. Have you tried
Yes, I
chitlins
know.
lately?
Yes, I have.
And you have to clean them. I can see it for a little less. And we used to sell chitlins.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. And listen, I want you to turn around and wave to our listening audience. Matt, tell them how they can reach us on Facebook.
Yeah, so if you go to the KISS 107.1 Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, you can go ahead and leave a comment and join the stream that way.
Okay, very good, very good. So we'll be listening for or looking for your comments and also listening for your calls. The number to call into the studio to talk with my guests and to talk with me is 989-921-7107. Okay, if you'd like to wish someone in the community or to all of our listening audience a happy new year or make some comments about how well your year has gone on, you can do that. Again, the number is 989-921-7107. And I want to say happy new year to everyone, especially those people who are celebrating on today.
Happy
You know, I have a friend that's celebrating his 19th anniversary from being retired.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And so I guess he's having a great time. Don't break a leg. Go ahead.
Don't break a leg.
That sounds like a good one.
Yes, absolutely. But I wish him continued success. But so for tonight, well, let's do this before everybody rushes to the door or rushes to get those last tickets. Tell us about your venue, the seating. Okay, the stage area. You had one of those, what do you call it? 360 boxes. You don't have that anymore.
No, we're going to get mirror.
Mirror. What is
We're
that?
going to replace it. You can walk up to it and you push a button and it takes a picture.
Like the old photos in the booth?
Something like that.
Okay.
I just have to research it and get a good price.
I like that other thing though.
But a lot of people wasn't using it.
Really?
It was just sitting there.
Ooh. Okay. I have to come borrow that. Something for my backyard. Tell us about your venue. How many people can be seated there? And then I want to talk to you about your comeback. Your establishment was closed for a while, okay, and how you have brought it back and how it is going. Okay. So tell us about your venue. Describe it to me. Describe it to our listening audience for those who have not been downtown to see Rita's Southern Soul Cafe.
Yes, we have a 300 capacity, and we have a main floor, and then we also have mezzanine on both sides, the boom boom room and the
boom boom room,
upper room.
The upper room.
Yeah. So we rent the spaces out. We rent our main floor out, or you can get half of the downstairs. We also rent the mezzanines out as well. And we have concerts, we have Christmas parties, anything you could think of, we have it.
You had a Christmas party for the kids not too long
ago.
Oh, we
did. I enjoyed it.
Yes.
Well, our second one.
The second one,
and
yes.
We've given out tens of thousands of dollars worth of gifts. It's both years have been phenomenal. I mean,
absolutely.
It's been incredible experience, and you know, it's good to be able to give something back.
Give back to the community. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So when the kids came in, were they very comfortable there?
Yeah,
were the parents comfortable? Yeah.
Because a lot of them were familiar with us from last year. So when they came last year, they knew exactly what to expect for this year.
About how many kids did you have coming
I'd say this year we had, about 150?
150, easy.
Last year we had about 300.
Okay.
But, you know, we try to be prepared for at least 3. but it was a very nice crowd.
Okay. So Rita, how did you get the parents there, and did you reach out to any agencies to let them know?
Well, not really.
Okay.
We Vicky Hill, your
Oh
gospel
yeah. Yes.
lady, she advertised a lot for us.
Okay.
And then we had flyer on Facebook. That's
Okay.
all we did.
All right. All right. Very good. Hey Vicky, I know you're listening. I want to wish you a happy New Year, Vicky.
Happy
And
New
keep
Year's,
up the
Vicky.
good work.
Happy New Year's, Vicky.
Yes. So tell us about when you had to shut down. But wait, let me go back. One of the meetings that I attended was at your venue. Okay, it was a meeting with the veterans. How did you get veterans coming into there to have a meeting instead of going to the bar and drinking? What was that?
We're both veterans.
Okay,
and so one of the guys who's over the veterans program approached and asked if they could have meetings there.
Mhm.
So they would come in and they would eat, and then they'd give off, a lot of information on how to get your disability
Right.
started, and things about burial and different.
That was an
like
excellent meeting. I was invited to come down there, and it was excellent information.
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
several meetings. We haven't
Yes.
had one in a while there because they
Okay.
move around.
Right.
But yeah, they did come there for quite a few meetings.
Okay. Don, now, when you look for the Southern soul, in the South that they had, when I was working in Atlanta at one of the radio stations, it was a community education station. Okay. They were doing Southern soul. I had not heard about it, but it sounded like regular soul music to me. I didn't understand the difference, but after a while, then I caught on. So in the South, when you first came back up here and you got your venue going and stuff, how did Saginaw approach or like the Southern soul?
That was interesting. And not only when we started, it's still developing. It's a process. But we've been received well, and the reset is what we're calling it. We reestablished how we were going to operate, and now we kind of have it down so that things are kind of falling into place.
Okay.
And we utilize the venue in different ways, as you had mentioned, but everything we do seems to work out well and become profitable for us. So we're pleased.
What are some of the other differences that you started with, or now that you have restarted? What are some of the differences in what you were doing?
The biggest difference, and I'll start with what we saw down south. We visited several or multiple blues joints, juke joints. But Rita had a vision, and she used to be telling me as she was spending money, she said, "You'll see, it's going to be great." And then as it started to form, we have a juke joint feel, but in a place of elegance. Right.
It doesn't look like that when you first see it.
You don't know.
It doesn't look like a juke joint.
Right. You come in, and it's just an elegant place. But then when you get Willie Clayton or Bobby Rush up there pounding out those songs, it's got that juke joint feel. And that's what we were shooting for.
Okay. Has Willie Clayton been back here since you had him at Temple Theater?
He's been to Rita's twice.
Okay.
We had him New Year's.
Both times.
Yeah.
New Year's.
Right.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty good. He was definitely Southern soul.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now you are listening to Community Connections, community talk for community people. If you would like to wish our listeners or wish Rita and Mr. Harris a happy New Year, you can give us a call at 989-921-7107. Okay. And you could give us a comment on the Facebook page. We have a call coming in.
Community Connections with Joyce Harvin.
Okay.
Please get your name and where you're calling from, sir.
Okay.
Sounds good, sir. Please hold.
So Rita, who's your chef now?
My daughter, Ashanti.
Ashanti, she's still hanging in there. She never went back to Texas.
No. She's the number one.
Okay, very good.
She
good
hosts
food.
a brunch every Sunday.
Really?
All her concept, her ideal, her thoughts.
Okay. All right. Okay, we have Mr. Jimmy Green here.
Okay.
Jimmy, yes. Jimmy, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Hi, Joyce. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, Jimmy. Give us your title and what you are doing with the big event that is coming to Saginaw in May with the hockey club.
It's the Memorial Cup.
Memorial
I'm
Cup,
the
that's
special
right.
Sales director for it.
The sales director.
Yes.
Okay, very good, very good. Tell us a little bit about that and how you're going to integrate all of this, into Saginaw, I guess, because we have a lot of people coming.
Yes, we do. There's probably over 18,000 people coming in to witness this event. And it's kind of like if you use the analogy of March Madness, the college basketball championship. These are the top 4 teams playing for the junior hockey championship.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 10-day event. There are 8 games over that period of time. We will have free concerts, a fan fest, any number of entrepreneurial opportunities for folks to participate in. And we really want to make a huge splash for Saginaw so that all of Saginaw in particular are able to participate.
So, Jimmy, is that going well? Are people being receptive to, what you're planning and what you're looking for the whole community to do?
Yeah, and it's funny, we just really got started. The event is May 23rd until June 3rd. So I've already started doing a bunch of round robin speeches around the region, but we're tailoring in on Saginaw. Like I have a meeting coming up with the Black pastors in Saginaw next Friday, which I'm excited about. I'm also planning to bring an urban hockey association here so we can teach Black and brown kids how to skate and get more acclimated into, hockey or just skating, period.
Right.
And we also have a big thing happening at Hoyt Park where even our minority baseball leagues are able to participate this summer in a huge tournament as well. So there's so many things that are going to happen that when the Memorial Cup leaves in June, there'll still be great remnants that Saginaw will benefit from. The city.
I know that downtown under the bridge, they're going to have a food truck.
Yeah, it's actually called Food Truck Alley.
Food Truck
We're already getting vendors. We're getting vendors already lined up. And I'm not sure right now if we'll have different vendors every day or the same vendors for 10 days. We really want a big variety.
Yes.
So we did a thing at City Hall, for example, that we solicited a lot of our Latino and African American food trucks so that we can have that kind of diversity of food down at the Jolt Park.
Okay.
Which is where everything will be hosted.
At the Jolt Park. Okay.
Yep, right across from the Dow Event Center.
So the free events that you're going to have, most of those will be at the Jolt Park,
they will. And in and around there too, because we plan on closing off of like Johnson Street, all that whole area will be called a campus. And here's another thing too, Joyce, for your listeners, we've negotiated with Stars so that anybody riding to and from the event will ride the Stars buses for free.
Oh,
yep. Over that period of time, they will not have to pay a fare.
Is that just for visitors or for anyone?
That's primarily for Saginaw.
For Saginaw.
So we've expanded the routes and the time. Matter of fact, we have a faith day that's been sponsored by World Outreach Church, Hurley Coleman's church.
Yes, Pastor Jay.
So on Sunday, we'll have a service that day, non-denominational. So we'll have music and all kinds of stuff like that. Like it's going to be a great, great event.
Very good. Now, Jimmy, how did you become the not sponsor, but the salesperson for this?
Dick Garber is my best friend. He owns the Spirit.
Okay.
Gosling's the best friend, and they know I know the region. They know that in a lot of cases we needed sponsors. So I've been working with the business community, who's been incredibly receptive. To get the necessary monies to put this event on. And I know a lot of people, and that's really what they wanted, somebody that knew a lot of people, and more importantly, who a lot of people knew.
Who knows everyone. So, now, can you ice skate?
I didn't know everybody before that. I certainly know everybody now.
So after this is over, Jimmy, will you be able to ice skate? Really?
You know what? That's why I said young people, because I'm at an age where I'm protecting my knees and my ankles. If I ain't learned to skate by now, I'm okay watching everybody else do it.
Everybody else do it. Okay. Give us those dates again, Jimmy.
May 23rd through June 3rd.
To June 3rd, May 23rd to June 3rd. Okay, now I know that you've had several meetings and you have a lot more meetings to be scheduled and talk to the community. I'm talking about every aspect of community.
Yep.
When is the next one that if anyone from the community wanted to participate and listen to more of the information, when is the next one that you can? That's
actually what I'm arranging with the Black pastors.
Okay.
So I'll probably be doing a lot of neighborhood association speeches. We're going to line a lot of that up.
Yes.
I meet with the Black pastors to make sure, because I've already met with Latino leaders as well too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just making sure that all of Saginaw is participatory in this event, and more importantly, benefits from it as well too. It's important.
Yes, absolutely. Well, listen, Jimmy,
So
I have
keep abreast of those dates.
Yes, I will. I have Rita Johnson and Don Harris in here in the studio, and we were talking about their event tonight. How are you working with restaurant owners for this?
You said that.
Event? Yes.
Rita and I have been in communication as well. So she sent me some information that, because the holidays kind of got in the way, but I'm going to be reaching back out to her on Wednesday of this week, right after the holidays. So, we're encouraging, obviously, Rita's place to stay open during that period of time. We want to direct people there because they'll be right there. And quite frankly, she'll have a captive audience because we plan to keep as many people down there as possible, and those people will be eating. So we're going to be working with her to make sure that she has all the tools necessary to stay open.
Absolutely. As well as all the other, restaurants that are in the area.
Valerie's is already, Valerie's, SVRC.
Yes.
We've already had these conversations, and that's why we hosted that meeting at City Hall. It was the first time Rita and I really got a chance to meet each other.
Oh.
And that's how you start relationships.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know you, you don't know me, and now all of a sudden we know each other, and then you just extend a relationship, and that's what I plan to do.
Well, if you didn't know Rita, and if you haven't been down to the venue, Jimmy, I want you to go in there sometime soon. Maybe you can make it tonight.
We are going to do it. Make no mistake about it.
Okay. All right. It's a beautiful venue, and I have been, talking to them ever since they got started. I absolutely love the downtown area. Okay. Yep. So it's just a home spot for me.
Well, I hope the next time we bid on something that we have a more vibrant downtown.
Absolutely.
So we don't have to send people out to Frankenmuth or Tittabawassee or Shields, that we can literally keep people downtown. Right now, we don't have that. But, I hope that after this event, people will see the promise of downtown Saginaw.
Now, just let me ask you this one question.
Sure.
For restaurants and those who are vested into being a part of this event that's coming up in May, will there be signage in the restaurants or in the windows of the different venues, windows of different businesses, letting them know that they are?
We also have a tour guide and an app that's coming out. So when people say, "Where do we eat?" it'll point people down to Rita's. There's so much stuff that's happening. I can assure you that it'll get quite all the attention that it requires and needs. Because again, our point is keeping people close to the hockey arena as possible.
Sure. But,
so we can feed them down there. We'll keep them close.
Yes, yes. Well, people like to go and look at neighborhoods and, they don't want to be just corralled in one spot, so to speak. What I would like to ask Jimmy, just a little bit of a hard question. There's a lot going on downtown in terms of beautification. Okay. So what about the neighborhoods that are close by? Will the city be doing anything, even just, paving some streets?
I can tell you, yes. I don't know about the paving part of it, but I will tell you this. Mayor
some beautification
is on our host community.
Yes.
Yeah. She's leading that effort. And we also have the Boy Scouts that are going to be participating as well, and city employees as well.
Oh, so wonderful.
She leads that whole beautification piece and that whole area where we're talking about. Even 675, we're working with MDOT to make sure that grass is cut, that's clean, maybe even have flowers. Joyce, I said this when I think you were at the meeting when I said, it's funny how when companies coming over, everybody makes the house stick and stand, right?
Absolutely.
And this is exact one of those occasions. But then the question we have to ask ourselves is, how come you don't keep your room clean all the time? And I'm hoping that the Memorial Cup will give us an opportunity to keep our room clean all the time.
Jimmy, I think that can happen, but we need to prompt people to do that. Years ago, before I left here and came back, we used to have signs that the city, or I don't know who it was that would put them out, keep your neighborhood clean and stuff like that. That kind of signage that would keep people, and they would have all of these different beautification programs. I would love to see that come back with the city. Okay. So
me too. I would too.
I hope that they will do that, because, people are looking for a good time. They are looking, the ones who are coming in from all parts of the country, they are looking to see what Saginaw is like, not just what they think or they hear about, but what Saginaw is like.
It shouldn't be a one-time thing either.
Absolutely.
The whole idea is encourage people to come back.
Yes, absolutely.
That's the key.
Okay.
And that's economic development right there.
Yes, it is. And Cassie Zimmerman is the economic development director.
Yeah, she's been great.
Yes, she is. Yes, very
good. But that's my point about Rita's restaurant. If you like the food once, you can like it twice.
Yeah.
And if you liked it in May, you can like it in July.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So
people come across the border to Rita's
there you go.
Southern Soul Cafe. Jimmy, thank you.
Not even across the border, but just people from Bay City or Midland.
Yes.
We don't have to have just Canadians visiting our restaurant.
You're absolutely right. Coming through, make a pit stop downtown Saginaw. We have a lot to offer. Jimmy, I want to say thank you and wish you a very happy new year. I will be back in touch with you about some of my ideas and stuff. There's a lot to be done, and I think that everyone in the community can take a good part in this.
Agree. Happy New Year. And Rita, I'll be talking to you on Wednesday.
Okay. Happy New Year's.
Okay. Happy New Year.
All right. We're
everybody.
going to take a short break here and come back. You are listening to Community Connections, community talk for community people. I'm Joyce Harvin, and I'll talk to you in just a moment on the other side.
You're listening to Community Connections with Joyce Harvin on KISS 107.1.
Santa says touch your nose. Santa says touch your toes. Santa says you could save loads because Santa says every ride goes. Santa Ryan here from Belwassig GMC Buick, your only local Buick dealer and home with a lifetime warranty. And this month, I'm on a mission to deck the roads with as many nicer, newer cars as possible. That means you could take up to $5,000 off the price of any nicer, newer car in stock, based on the price of the car you choose. So don't wait for the jolly old elf. It's time to treat yourself. because you could take $5,000 off. My stockings are stuffed with approvals galore because my team uses a little holiday magic and my For the People credit approval process. So let's deck the roads because you could save loads, up to $5,000 based on the price of the car you pick. But hurry, this deal's done once every ride goes, or on December 31st, whichever comes first. I'm Ryan Wasik. I'm your dealer for the people. See all the holiday magic at RyanApproved.com. That's RyanApproved.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. Vehicle purchase price determines actual discount. Offer absolutely ends December 31st, 2023.
I'm Ebony Loren, and Febrez's new scent, Soothe and Restore, is so good I wrote a song about it.
I know just what I do. Febreze has my favorite scent. Makes the perfect environment. Sweet like sugar, smooth shea butter. What could be better than being with each other now? Breathe that people breathe. La, 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 la.
Wendy's Peppermint Frosty and Frosty Cream Cold Brew make the perfect gift for anyone in your life. Especially for you. Yeah, this year you're sitting on your own lap and getting yourself what you want. Finally. And now every day this season, unlock 20% off your total when you get any small, medium, or large Frosty in the Wendy's app. So order something from your own wish list this year.
Limited time only. Participating U.S. Wendy's with app offer and registration. Applies to menu items only. Taxes and fees excluded.
This is the KISS community page where you'll find out about everything going on in the Great Lakes Bay region areas of Saginaw, Bay City, and Midland. Experience Jacob Lawrence, The Legend of John Brown, January 10th through April 20th at the Saginaw Art Museum, 1126 North Washington Avenue in Saginaw. Visit saginawmuseum.org or call 989-754-2591 for more information. The Iota Chi Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Incorporated, in partnership with Delta College Black faculty, is hosting the 28th annual Martin Luther King Jr. Unity Celebration on Monday, January 15th at the Dow Event Center, starting at 11 a.m. This year's theme is Living the Dream, It Starts With Me. Adults $50, $20 for kids 12 and under. Sponsorship opportunities are still available. Community organizers, please send your events to the KISS community page at least 2 weeks in advance. For more details and to find out about all the great events, log on to kisswtlz.com.
It's Straight Talk, straight with no chaser. It's Straight Talk with Kareem Bowen, getting right to the heart of the matter, giving you all of what's happening in Saginaw and the Great Lakes Bay region, all at a grassroots level. Sundays at 6 p.m. on KISS 107.1.
And now back to Community Connections on KISS 107.1.
You're back with Community Connections, Community Talk for Community People. I'm Joyce Harvin. I am so glad to be here, even on this cold, chilly night. Here is the night before 2024. Man, this year for 2023, it went by very, very fast, very fast. So I wonder what's coming up for 2024. Besides the Memorial Cup. And Don, you want to say something about the Memorial Cup?
Yes, we are super excited. I was excited to hear Jimmy Green's call.
Yes.
Because the Memorial Cup is just, I mean, we're both, like we said, we're both veterans.
Mm-hmm.
And the Memorial Cup, it's named for the fallen Canadian military personnel. So we're excited to have an opportunity to be a part of that. So we're looking forward to it.
So are you going to change your menu any kind of way, or you'll be, what are you going to bring in, Rita? What are you going to have Ashanti doing? Cooking.
What we're going to do, we're going to find out a little more about the food trucks.
Okay.
We wanted to have like 4 different cuisines in there.
Oh, Rita.
We want to have like the soul food part. And then we want to have just soup, salads, and breads.
Creole,
and then we're going to have something on the Creole side.
Okay.
And then we have one more space. So we want to have at least 4 different cuisines.
Mm-hmm.
But we just wanted to check and see what's going to be going on with the food trucks. Because we don't want to crash or anything.
Right. Well, I think that they're going to change them up. I don't think that they're going to let the same ones be there all the time. You have to give someone else, a chance. But, but I don't know what seating they're going to have. I don't know if people want to be walking around with the food in their hand all day. When you can go down the readers and sit down. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Seating available.
Yeah, we're going to have like a lot of activity. We're going to have a blues night, a jazz night. We got some comedians coming in. We've already kind of set that up.
Absolutely.
We're going to have a reggae night, a grab the mic night. So we're going to have a few activities during those 10 days.
Oh, that's going to be nice, Rita.
It should be
Yes.
nice.
We don't have all these people coming in.
Right.
So, Donna, you're gonna have to be here for all of the 10 days.
Yes. I'll be here all of those.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Now, Donna, what do you do in Chicago?
I'm an educator.
Okay. What do you teach?
Military science.
Military science. Is that with the ROTC?
Correct.
Yay. I know a little bit. Okay, very good. Very good. So for those 10 days, you're gonna slow down and stay here in Saginaw, right?
Yeah, that's at the end of the school year.
At the end of the school year. Okay. All right. That's good.
So, one more. We also have our liquor license now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Game changer.
Well, now, do you have what is it? Uncle Nearest? Are you serving that? Do you have it at the bar? Yes, you have got to get her. And it's a young lady who started this back up.
I reached out to her.
Yes. Good.
So
you should really do it.
Coming.
Okay, that's good.
We're going to do that.
That's good. Because I had reached out to her too, because I wanted to have her on the show, and I don't know what happened with that. Yes. Very good. Well, listen, I also have with me the president of the NAACP on the line, Terry Pruitt.
Mr. Pruitt.
Yes. Good evening, President Pruitt.
Good evening. Good evening to you, and good evening to Don as well as Rita.
Okay, very good.
Hey, Mr. Pruitt, how are you?
We're doing well. Had a great holiday, and hopefully you guys have been blessed with the holiday season too.
Yes, we did. Thank you.
Okay, Terry, we I don't know if you were listening, but we had Jimmy Green on. We were talking about the Memorial Cup and restaurants and all the things that are going on. Will the NAACP be doing anything with the Memorial Cup? Have you met with Jimmy Green?
Yeah, we are meeting. I have met with him. We will be meeting with Craig Goslin, the president of the Saginaw Spirit, and the Dick Garber's team. In fact, we will be meeting probably within the next week. We have a meeting schedule.
Okay, very good. Any idea about what they would like to see us do or how we can be a part of this? And I say we because I am a board member with the NAACP. Have they given you any indication?
What's important for us to do is make sure that we're engaged and help connect, especially the minority community, to the Memorial Cup. I think there will be some employment opportunities, some volunteer opportunities, but I think anything we can do to help make this a total community event and connect everybody to it, I think is critically important for Saginaw.
Okay. Terry, let's go back and for a few minutes talk about what has happened with the NAACP during this year.
Well,
some of the accomplishments and what we're going to be doing.
Years you're well aware of. We handled probably in the order of 120 complaints from citizens across the community of Saginaw County.
Mm-hmm.
We were able to send 6 of our youngsters to our national convention in Boston. We had one of them place in the national ACTO competition.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think on a statewide basis, we had a very successful legislative day in Lansing where probably 300 of the branch members across the state who are associated with the NAACP met with our legislative leaders to talk about priorities.
Mm-hmm.
I think the other thing that we point to is the activity down in Detroit in the state of Michigan with the redistricting commission. Apparently they got it wrong, and we the state Supreme Court and others have ordered a federal judge, the state judge has ordered that the districts be redrawn in the Detroit area, so they better represent the minority community.
Oh, that's good.
So the NAACP was very much involved in that lawsuit and challenge to those districting maps. So it's been a busy year for us, and I think the accomplishments speak for themselves. That we're still in that battle and fight against discrimination. One of the things, Joyce, I didn't mention is the fact that as president of the NAACP, I've been involved with the Saginaw County Health Department with completing a year-long study looking at healthcare disparities throughout Saginaw County, especially when it comes to disparities for marginalized groups of citizens. That includes African Americans and rural people and the Hispanic community. And the work that we did over the past year actually confirmed that those disparities do exist, and that there are a whole series of recommendations and things that need to be done by our medical and healthcare institutions. Our mental health efforts in the community need to be stepped up to eliminate those disparities. So that's an ongoing activity, ongoing work for the community. And so I'm going to ask everybody to kind of join in to help us identify when there are problems in the healthcare field.
That is very much needed. I have a call in to Dr. Pruitt at the health department to have her come on the show. There was some information brought to my attention, and I said, I will do this right away. Very important for women. Also, one of the problems was with breast cancer and having women of color to stop getting mammograms at an early age. Okay.
Yeah.
So
one of the bigger problems for us that we've identified, and this is based on statewide data, Saginaw has one of the highest infant mortality rates in the state of Michigan.
It's been like that for a while.
And the disparity between white women and infant mortality and African American women is very, very significant. In addition, Saginaw County has one of the highest obesity rates.
Yes. Yep.
In the state, and of course, that means that that compounds other health issues that we as African Americans have, with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart disease. So there's some work that we need to do. And then finally, I think we can all do a lot more to encourage young people to pursue health field as a career field for them, a career choice.
Right.
Because we definitely need more practitioners who look like us.
Absolutely. Are we getting any more doctors and specialists who look like us coming into the Saginaw area?
Well, I think the answer to that question is yes and no. With the CMU medical school and the internships, part of the problem is we've got too many of our people who want to go into specialization and not general medicine and family medicine. But it's not just doctors; it's nurses. There's a whole myriad of healthcare professions.
Right.
Where we need our involvement, and we need people who look like us who practice in those fields.
Okay. Well, Terry, I want to give you a minute to talk about what's coming up for 2024 in terms of voting and getting people registered and getting them out to vote.
Well, Joyce, as you know, you've been around the NAACP for a number of years.
Yes.
2024 will be a very critical election year. I think it all hinges on turnout and people's motivation to participate in the democratic process of voting. Very quickly, all of our county commissioners, all of our congressional leadership, we won't be electing a governor this year, but all of our state legislative representatives will be up for election. Many local offices will be up for election. In Saginaw County, we will be electing the sheriff, a county prosecutor. So there's a whole myriad of local elected officials, as well as looking at who our next president will be. So we've got our work cut out for us.
Yes.
I think we're equipped to do it. I think we know what we need to do. But at the end of the day, it's about getting registered voters out to the polls and motivating them to go vote in their interest, and electing people who represent their interest.
Okay, President Pruitt, I want to say thank you for calling in and giving us your perspective on things for the past year and what's coming up. So we look forward to that. Don, did you want to say something to President Pruitt?
No, I'm just getting down some notes. He's all the things he's talking about.
Yes.
I'm just getting notes.
Okay.
He talked about the elected officials.
Right.
I have some commentary for readers on that. He talked about, well, you actually mentioned the women of color. And cancer.
Speaking of women of color, they're doing a fantastic job. Absolutely.
And I've got some comments on both of those.
Okay,
so
great.
I'm just listening.
Well, I'd like to give Don and Rita to talk about maybe having a voter rally or something later in the year, right at Rita's. So
yes, that would be great.
As well as push voting from that site.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Pruitt, you've got my number. Let's talk. Let's make it happen.
All right. I do appreciate it.
All right. Very good. Thank you, President Pruitt from NAACP. Okay, we only have a few minutes. Anything else you guys want to say about this ending year and where you're going forward?
Okay, a few things. Like he talked about the elected officials. We've had the good pleasure of working with some of the elected officials.
Yes.
They've had fundraisers at Rita's.
Right.
Or they've had celebration parties at Rita's. So we're always open to work with them.
Okay.
Women of Color had their 30th anniversary party at Rita's this year. So that was a huge success.
Okay.
The American Cancer Society and one of my fraternity brothers, his wife was getting a group of cancer survivors to celebrate. So they had a cancer survivor celebration during American Cancer Society.
And what fraternity is that?
Well, Alpha Phi Alpha.
Alpha Phi Alpha. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Shout out.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The Harlem Nights was fantastic.
Yes.
The Harlem Nights was fantastic. We've had a bunch of nice events this year. And it's culminating with tonight's Masquerade Ball. Okay. It's going to be black tie formal. Ooh. It's going to be great.
Really
it's going to be absolutely great. What we have coming forward, well, we're excited about what's coming with Memorial Cup. And we're looking to do some breakthrough things. I think this is going to be a breakthrough year for us.
Yes.
We're going to do some phenomenal things. They're at a whole nother level, and you don't want to put a lot of stuff out until you have it all
right.
in.
Yes.
So maybe we'll get a chance to come back on here as we start to get some things locked in, and we can tell you about it. But the one thing I can mention is it's been a while. We need to do another Community Connection live broadcast.
Oh yes, absolutely. Starting on next Sunday, I have a new format, some little different things that I'm doing, but I want to come back. We want to have readers after my show. Come down there and meet the guests, and let's talk some more. Okay, so it's happening.
The first one should be the broadcast.
Okay.
Readers.
Well,
we do it.
Yes,
we will do live audience.
I would love to do that. I started off doing live audience. It was absolutely wonderful. It traveled around. I was down at the crossroads down there. I absolutely loved it. We had an audience every week.
Turned out well. On Sundays, so that may be a good idea.
Yes. Well, I hope that we can get that worked out. You know, I really want to do. I really want to do that.
thank you for all your support over the years and for bringing us out today.
All right. Yeah, I'm so glad that you could come down. I want to have the chef from Rita's Southern Soul Cafe to come in and talk about all of the new menus that are going on coming up this year. Okay, especially for the Memorial Cup. Okay. So I want to do that. Make sure you tell her, and I'm going to be on her. Tell her be ready now. Be ready now. So I want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you for taking out time this afternoon to come and listen to the audience and talk to the audience about what you're doing and to wish them a happy new year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
All right, you guys are on point. You are listening to Community Connections, Community Talk for Community People. And I want to say thank you for being here. And Rita and Don, thanks for being great guests. And look for me next year. We're going to have a few new things. I got some good music going on. You know, this is playing a little jazz here. I got the good stuff. Okay. Listen for that. All right. Happy New Year, everyone. And please drive safe. If you drink too much, call him a cab.
There you go.
Or Mike's Wrecker or somebody.
Uber.
Yeah, something. Okay. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye-bye.
You're listening to Community Connections with Joyce Harvin on KISS 107.1.